All right, guys, we are back with the Taffeta Darling Show here at DeepElemonair.com. We are with the Variants. Thank you guys for joining me. So how's it going?
It's going really well. How are you?
I'm really good.
Awesome.
Barry?
Still waking up.
Well, speaking of waking up, I had a dream last night and you were in it.
And again, I'm so sorry.
It was the most random thing because this is probably seriously the most I've ever talked to you face to face. I was in a Modern Warfare dream to where I was getting shot in my back. I had 3 bullets in my back and I was running around trying to find someone.
Was I doing the shooting?
No, in fact, you actually helped me. Like, I was trying to find someone to blow me up.
That wasn't me then.
Like, someone respawn me, kill me so I can respawn. Speaking of respawning.
I already heard the, I did. I died out there and I had to respawn and come back in.
So yeah, but it was really random because like you were kind of like helping me over and I was like, I'm so glad it's you and you're here to help me.
Then that's completely obviously a dream. That would never happen in real life.
He would never help anyone ever. That's such a dream.
I am
it was
not
kind of a weird
medic.
nightmare. It stuck with me. I woke up feeling my back and I was like, I got shot. Even woke up like my boyfriend James. I was like, I got shot.
Well, no, that really happened. You just respawned in your bed.
Reset into the Matrix.
So have we talked? Did you introduce the guys in my absence? The
think so.
The young gentleman here.
Go ahead and tell us your names. What you do?
You first.
Let's start with the ringleader here.
Hey, I'm Richard Neal from The Variants. I also own a store, Zeus Comics, here in Dallas, and this is
Barry from The Variants and the store.
because the Variants is based on real life.
That's right.
Yes.
It's I like how he's like Prince. He just has one name, Barry.
Yeah.
Barry. So that's great. I like it. So tell us a little bit about, I guess let's start with the comics since that's been around a little longer. Tell us a little bit about Zeus Comics. You recently moved, correct?
We did. Zeus is 12 and a half years old, and we just moved to a space on Inwood that is twice the size of our old location. And over the next few months, you're going to see us expand our selection on T-shirts and books and graphic novels and comics and toys. And I'm really excited to have all of this new room. It's on the edge of the Design District. By Inwood and Conveyor near Inwood and 35.
That's a cool place to have it because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be sprouting over there and stuff that's growing. And
Dude Sweet Chocolate has a store in Bishop Arts.
Yeah.
Their kitchen is next door, and we're trying to kind of get them to open up retail or at least give us more chocolate because they keep bringing chocolate by every day. Here's some chocolate.
At least bring us more chocolate.
Yes, Dude Sweet, if you're listening,
you could do.
We love chocolate.
Thank you.
And so what encouraged the move? Just that y'all are growing, so Zeus is getting bigger and you needed the space?
Well,
Was it pride?
Well, we'd been on Lemon Avenue for 5 years, and it was just kind of time to go. Lemon wasn't really drawing any traffic, and so we decided to move someplace else that might. And we are seeing a lot more walkthroughs now. That road right there on Inwood, people coming across from Hampton and 30 and 35, people just come in when they see our sign. We just have the Batman symbol up. People are like, hey, it's a comic book store.
Exactly. That's
It's
all
really
you
cool.
need.
I haven't been to the store. I'm excited to get over there. Now, what made you get into when you started Zeus? Where did that...
There have been a lot of really, really bad reality shows set in gyms and tanning salons and tattoo parlors, and I kept thinking we should do something like that with comic books. But then I realized that everything that happens over a 24-hour period to condense down into like 10 or 15 minutes would not really be that funny or have any consistency or anything like that. So I thought, let's go scripted. And taking a cue from Felicia Day's The Guild, I thought, let's do a web series based in a comic shop. So I pulled in two dear friends, two very funny men to help me write and create the show. And now we're on season 3. Right now, Vlad, the character in the show, he is co-creator and co-writer with me and co-producer. And we've written some really funny stuff for season 3, and I'm excited about it.
How long does it usually take from writing an episode to when it finally debuts?
That kind of depends. We previously were doing one a month, and Ken and I would spend 2 or 3 weeks writing an episode. Then we'd kind of rustle everybody up together to film on a Sunday, and then it would edit for 2 weeks, and then it would go up for a month. For this season, we actually shot all of it all at once over a 2-week period.
Yeah, that's
very long 2-week period.
Yeah, very nearly killed all of us.
I know. I stalk you guys' tweets, and so I could see all the progression going on. I was like, yes.
And Taffeta was into the episodes for this season, correct?
I did. I was lucky enough to make a couple different cameo appearances in costume, 2 different characters. So that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're spreading your range. That's nice.
I know.
I like
I know. It's not just Batgirl anymore, guys.
Yes. So Barry, you're my favorite character on the show because you're what I call the curmudgeon, which on almost any show, the surly character is almost always my favorite.
I am definitely. I think that's my official title at the store is the surly one. At least that's what it says on Facebook.
You know, he doesn't actually, when he gets his lines, he doesn't necessarily read them that way. We kind of have to push him to say, Barry, we need you to be a little more angry. We need to be a little drier.
I'm really not that terrible in real life. Okay, maybe a little. But it is based on, I mean, we're all our own characters, really. I mean,
yeah, that's what I kind of noticed watching the show. It feels like you're just kind of a little more amped up versions of who you really are.
I mean, it's called the variance. Everybody has to be a little extreme if you're doing a comedy show. They just can't be very boring.
Yeah.
So we took all of our own personalities and kind of took them to the next level.
Yeah, it would be a really bad comedy show if somebody's like, "Oh, this is crazy," and somebody's like, "It's not really. Think about it." Oh, I guess you're right. That is pretty reasonable. You know, or that would be Moesha.
You're breaking Richard's heart.
Don't you mess with my brandy. No,
really?
Don't mess with my brandy.
Really?
We're going to throw down right now.
I didn't know we had so many communists here in this country. Unbelievable.
I know so much more about brandy than I ever did before working at the store.
Wow.
Seriously.
She just got a top 5 single on the R&B charts right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's more than I've ever done, so maybe I don't remember my show on network television doing that well, so she's doing something right. So you're on season 3 now. Is there any kind of do y'all do for the people at home that don't know? Do y'all have like story arcs over the entire season?
We actually do. This one for this season, we started off with the store being bought by a gentleman and his attorney, and they basically come in and take over the store. And it's if you watch the theme, it's more of kind of the corporatization of retail and what happens to the store when it's taken over. By episode 2, we've unveiled the new comic book wall, and it's devoid of any indie comic books. It's all Marvel and DC,
Punisher and Batman,
yeah.
Punisher and Batman, Punisher and Batman, and that kind of level and what it means for the employees. There's a kind of a sub theme with Kelly and what it means to be a fangirl. We didn't really jump into the season knowing that there was going to be a lot to do recently with what it means to be a fangirl, with people getting called out on Twitter and things like that.
I really enjoyed seeing her because I can relate a lot to that, especially with the new Kelly that's slightly more.
The first Kelly was a little kind of beholden to what was going on and kind of reactionary. The new one is actually more of the lead, more of the voice, and it's been really refreshing to write from her standpoint.
I'm digging it. I really like it because I can totally relate to that. That was good. I think it was the con games where, she had a replacement and she had to deal with that whole, well, who are you? I'm Kelly. And then well, how about you bring a guy out? And
then we did.
I was like, yes, I love it.
There seems to be a meme every single season where I have to dress in a women's outfit at some point, and I do that to myself.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I encourage it.
Season 4 is a challenge.
You're a very handsome woman. So now, where do you get? I know this is like the most generic question ever, but where do you get your ideas from? In the sense that, is it from just sitting around bullshitting all day in the store, just thinking of ridiculous stuff? Do you just steal it straight from other shows that are less popular?
Most of these things are things that have actually happened in the store.
That's what I was kind of hoping that I would hear.
These are things that definitely happen in the store. Like I think the one that we're about to show you, the gentleman who came in and wanted to buy multiple copies of something.
That was actually, I think, almost word for word real life. Like someone came in and wanted to buy comics, and we realized that they were actually buying comics for the person sitting in the car waiting for them, who had just come in and bought that same comic 10 minutes earlier, and 5 copies of it. It was like a new #1 that was really hot.
Yeah, it was Robert Kirkman's Thief of Thieves.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And he was sending in his mom. And she's like, no, really terrible liar. It was awesome. I had the best time.
Did you have a limit on how many they could purchase?
Well, if somebody walks in and wants a few extra copies for whatever reason, that they want to get one signed, that we make exception for all those kinds of things. But when it's really, really obvious that somebody's hoarding, we kind of shut it down.
I remember Detective Comics #1 when they did DC did the renumbering. Those were out everywhere. Your store was the only one I could find that because within 2 days, everybody bought the Detective Comics #1
because we limited it.
Is that what it was?
And I think that comes up in the show, and that's true to Zeus, in that we've always wanted to foster more people reading the same thing rather than 5 people having 20 copies and hoarding and putting it out on eBay. And
I have 3 copies of that at my house.
making money off of someone else's back just for the sake of something being hot. that's where that comes from.
Well, and Kirkman's really good for the people that don't know. That's The Walking Dead. So,
Right.
So obviously his stuff's going to get picked up pretty fast.
And Thief of Thieves had just been announced as a television development deal at that moment. People were just like calling all, trying to find it and that kind of stuff. But yeah, most of the stuff that you see in the show has probably happened in some form or fashion. They are based upon, a lot of the lines are based on stuff we say in the store.
Like for instance, there's always cameras hanging around in the store, Taff, and so the part of the show that it's filmed is based on the fact that there's cameras filming them all the time.
No,
I don't know if you knew that.
No,
or
I
not.
totally
okay,
caught that.
okay, yeah.
I was like, oh, I get that now.
So tell us a little bit about the episode we're about to air.
All right, we are this is episode 6. It's called Occupy Zeus. If you watched the episode before that, Kelly got fired. Part of the new corporate structure, she just wasn't fitting in. It was actually kind of brutal. Did you watch the?
No, I didn't get to catch that.
Oh my gosh, that was kind of hard.
Sweetie.
Well, that's episode 5. We're about to watch episode 6. So Kelly's fired, and
hold on, let me go ahead and do this. Last week on the variants.
Kelly's fired. Terry takes over the store, and we start with a protest. Kelly's organized a few people to come out and, get attention to the customers that this is not right.
Great. So if you haven't had a chance to watch them yet online, this will be your first introduction to the variants. So you're welcome. But Jedi, if we can go ahead and pull that up. We're gonna say episode 6.
This is episode 6. You're gonna meet
Zeus.
if you haven't seen it, you're gonna meet Terry the attorney and the new owner of the store, Venus. And clearly,
what's the name?
Venus Jorgen.
Venus Jorgen. Okay.
Venus Jorgen. Yes.
It's the famous banana hammock model.
Yes. And there's you're kind of curious as to what exactly I'm doing because my character's kind of.
We're always wondering what the hell you're doing.
So yeah, there you go.
Very cool. All right, well, episode 6, Occupy Zeus.
Hey, ho, ho, Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey,
Get a job.
I had a job.
You can't stop capitalism.
Freedom of speech and assembly. Hashtag America. Look it up.
Hippies, get out of your mother's basement.
I live alone. Oh my God, I live alone.
Barry, I think this protest is actually helping sales today.
How can that be a good thing?
Barry, we're a comic book shop. You put a bunch of people outside in costumes, and what are random passerbys going to think is going on?
Everyone thinks it's a photo op.
Exactly.
Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey,
Dude,
hey,
picture.
Ho, ho. Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Zeus Worldwide has got to go. Hey, hey.
Not your regular rapper, it's Daily Jones on the scene. It's the variant here on your internet web screen. Taking all of the humor from your local comic store, from the Rex to the register, straight out of the front door. And Richard's rocking a smile while Joe's parsing the geek, and Kelly's a little bit of the spice, bit of the sweets. Chilling at Zeus Comics, that's the status of the crew, while Barry's scoffing at nerds with a bad attitude. Friends and fans alike find everything that they need. TheVariants.com, the place for you to see the show that does comics the way it really is. A place for us to gather while rocking our inner kid. Not your regular rapper, it's Daily Jones on the scene. It's the Variants here on your internet web screen. We're all ready for y'all to press play, cause we're here to bring it to you like today was Wednesday.
Vlad, getting rid of Kelly was the right call. She's too costly, too mouthy, too rebellious. Frankly, the money we're saving from not having to call the plumber out here every 5 minutes to unclog from her products is staggering. Barry's got that same potential to be a troublemaker too, though. We gotta find some way to unburden ourselves of him. We need good cause. Something so he can't sue us.
All in good time.
Hey, Cupcake.
Oh, please don't call me Cupcake. God, Barry, this is a disaster. I'm trying to warn these people about what's going on in their comic book shop, and they think it's a party.
Saddest party in the world. Why are you dressed up?
I had to start princessing again. I don't know why they're dressed up, though. God, Barry, this is humiliating. Why did Richard let this happen?
Why don't you ask him? Here comes Tweedledum and Stupid now.
gonna see you again.
I was fired.
Aw. You here for the circus?
I love circuses. They're my favorite.
Terry said there was a circus outside today, and I love elephants.
Oh, photo op.
Get off me! Ew! What is with your stupid jacket?
Venus is Normandy's royalty.
Yeah, it comes from Prince Albert.
No. Your circus is a protest. Are you cool with that? Because you're really not supposed to be cool with that. Say something.
No. No. Babe.
Oh, is that how it is now?
Barry, I'm afraid I'm going to have to write you up.
Why?
The new dress code. You're violating it.
I'm wearing pants. I'm violating those.
Okay, well, let's talk about your attitude then.
I'm smiling, see?
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, Barry. Your attitude is poor, and that reflects poorly on the store and affects the sales.
I made a $300 sale 5 minutes ago.
Okay, Barry. This time. But next time, I'm writing you up.
You know, this reminds me of summers on coastal Spain.
Richard, why are you playing whipping boy to these guys?
It's all about the bottom line.
Yeah? Who's bottom line? All these gimmicks and everything they're trying to pull, just gonna drive people away.
If you could just give me a little time.
Richard, I don't have time. I am down to my last tray of peeps, and I am getting hungry.
And you look amazing.
This is a circus, and no one is listening.
Worse than when I sent you to TrekCon dressed as Snow White?
Yeah, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
You won the costume contest, though.
Well, yeah, I did.
Protesters, can I have your attention, please? I want to congratulate you on a great turnout and thank you all for today's increase in sales. In fact, I want to thank each of you individually. Applejack, Slut Car, Toucan Sam, Ram Jam, He-Man, Captain Nothing, and the rest. Thanks so much, guys. Great job. Great job.
Are you serious?
Kelly, I want to thank you most of all for putting this together. I can't offer you your old job back, but I can offer to pay you in Venus bucks for every Saturday you put one of these little things on.
Do you really expect me to play along?
Kelly, I don't care either way. Either way, I win. All right, Venus, how about you? Let's get you home. Nap, dinner. I don't like you drinking on an empty stomach.
Babe, you wanna come? Nap time is naked time.
No.
Your loss.
Nap time. Pfft, assholes.
Well, that'll teach you to rage against the machine.
I know, Barry, I tried. I really tried.
I know, Cupcake. I know.
I have an idea to cheer you up.
No. No more slumber parties pinpiling the death row inmates. Not again.
Pomegranate martinis and peeps. I'm buying.
Okay.
Yay! Woo! Let's go!
Peeps is code for crack, right?
Yes. 10
Excellent.
cocaine.
10 cocaine. Cigarettes. Yes.
All right, not bad, not bad. I like that.
Thanks, yay.
Very good. Now, the episodes are shorter this season, I noticed.
We did. We were pushing like 10 to 12 minutes, and we decided to try and focus on getting down to 7 and 8 minutes, make them a little faster, a little quicker.
Right.
And it's gone a lot better. And doing a weekly release versus a monthly release, we've had people coming back a lot faster. Yeah.
See, that threw me off for a bit. I was like, wait, I'm 3 behind? What happened? I was so
Where did they go?
confused. Yeah.
I should like to mention real quick that we also have two stars two friends that joined us this season, Chris Haley and Kurt Franklin of the web series, or the web comic Let's Be Friends Again. They actually joined the cast for this season, so we're a cast of 6.
When do
right
I
now.
get to join the cast? As one of the most important men in comics, according to NBC.
Season 4. Season 4.
Like Barry's expression.
So,
He's just like,
no, it's a
no.
great show, and I'm really, especially when most people tell me they have a web show, it's like somebody telling me they have a rock band I need to go see. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to go do this.
Well, just real quick, at the start of the next episode, Kelly is running down the street at 3 o'clock in the morning, and she gets arrested.
Perfect.
Nice.
That's how it starts.
Which
I'm so happy
pretty
to see
much
that.
is every weekend for Kelly.
Yeah.
Sorry to
Oh, in
bust
the
you,
princess
Kelly.
outfit. Running down the
It's
street, 3
based
o'clock in
on
the
real
morning in the
life.
princess outfit.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
So how does this, you talked a little bit about that it's based on some stuff that happens in the store, but how have your interactions with customers changed based on this? Do people feel like they know you a little better personally based on these characters? Are people a little more chatty? Like,
Well, we've had some people come in that had never that walk in and are completely surprised that the store exists, or that we actually work at the store. It's not that common.
Or they come in, if they don't know us already, they come in and expect us to perform for them.
Oh,
like we're monkeys. Like,
Dance,
entertain
Barry,
us.
dance.
Yes.
Entertain us.
We've had somebody come and just kind of
They're
hang
like-
at the corner and watch me and Barry and Kelly waiting for us to do
waiting
something
for
funny.
me to say something shitty to someone.
I'm trying to get on the
I'm just
show.
gonna sit there and just wait. I'm waiting for something incredible to happen.
Come on, you guys. You're not living up to my dreams.
Well, they don't understand it's tape. They just assume if they hang out in the store, they're going to make it on the show.
Right.
So,
If
So-
you wait long enough, it will happen.
is the move going to make it into the show? Is that going to become part of the narrative?
Well, I keep getting questions about whether there's a season 4 or not, and we
So there
kickstarted-
has to be, otherwise how am I going to be in it? I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, people at home, get ready for season 4. It's going to be awesome.
Question answered.
Without giving you the ending of the season, there is a reason when we get to the end of the season it makes perfect sense for us to have a new store.
Oh, cool. Great.
Nice.
Excellent. Because there's a lot of shows, like Curb Your Enthusiasm, where also in the new season will start and he'll have a new house. They just won't say anything at all. Like
Got
new
it.
cars, you're like, well, clearly product placement. Somebody bought, the show, a bunch of new Lexuses.
Yeah.
Know? But okay, so that's great. So you're actually writing it into the story as opposed to just walking in. It's like the store sure does look different today.
Well, it'll make sense. I mean, if we get to a season 4 and we're suddenly in this new space, it can be explained very, very easily based upon what happened in the last episode.
Now, is there anything that you haven't been able to do yet you'd like to get on the show? I mean, obviously, when you first start, you're kind of limited by budget and time and what friends can do. But y'all had a Kickstarter for this one, correct?
Right. Next season, if we could do a Kickstarter, I want centaurs in this season. I would like
Sexy.
singing mice,
Unicorns.
Oh.
I demand unicorns.
They'll have to genetically engineer a live unicorn just for the show. I'll be
Well, that's
reading about
coming
it
soon,
in
right?
Nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Web series The Variants creates whole new form of life.
I would like to crash a plane in the next season if that's possible.
Okay,
Can I
all right,
crash
we'll do
a
that.
plane?
We'll do that. I think the editor can put that together. He does that.
No, I want to actually crash a
Crash a
plane.
plane. Okay.
Like just right into the ground.
Oh, maybe
Doesn't
we'll
even
kill
have anything to
a
do with the
character in
plot.
season 4.
There you go, by having a plane crash on them.
We might actually kill a major character in the next episode.
You can do like The Wire. That would be really good.
Wait, what? I know that 2 weeks was a blur of filming, but wait, what?
What I want to see is it to take a totally different direction and become really serious, so everybody tunes in, and all of a sudden it's like The Wire. They're like, oh, what the fuck is going on in this show?
We
the
do
most
like to have a lot of
depressing
fun
show on the net.
doing parodies of stuff. I mean, we've had fun with our episode 4s of each season, with the first one being kind of an ode, a tribute to zombie movies.
Yeah.
Episode 4 of season 2 being kind of a D&D. Episode 4 of this season kind of an ape on cheaters. So yeah, we could easily have something fun with episode 4 of the next season where we're all just dry. Not funny.
Not funny at all.
Downton Abbey.
Yeah, do Downtown Abbey.
Yes. Can we get Maggie Smith?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got her on my.
Let's put that in the Kickstarter.
Rolodex. She still uses a Rolodex.
Out of nowhere, I'll tell you. You know who Mindy Kaling is? She's the Indian girl in The Office.
Who's Kelly?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kelly from The Office. Okay, great. She has a new show called The Mindy Kaling Project. I mean, that show's all right, not bad. But one of my favorite jokes is she's drunk at a wedding and she's getting up, talking to the crowd about how the guy who's getting married was her ex, and she should blah blah. And she's like, "It's all as serious as Downtown Abbey." and one guy way in the back goes, "What the hell is that show? And why does everybody keep talking about it?" Because it had nothing to do with the rest of the story, and it was so great that they just got that in there for no good reason. It kept going.
Awesome. I kept saying I didn't know what it was either. The first season had ended completely.
Everybody keeps telling me about it. I finally watched a little bit.
All my gays on my Twitter feed kept talking about it when it was on. It was like, what are these guys watching? What is this show? I was doing the same thing, and I'm like, suddenly it was on Netflix. I'm like, oh,
yeah, that's finally where I
All right, well, I'll go check it out because I still don't know anything about it. People mention it all the time. I'm like, I watch cartoons.
Yeah.
So make sure you also, obviously, thevariance.com. Make sure you hit the new store. Where's the new store located again one more time?
1334 Inwood at Inwood and Conveyor, right before Inwood crosses the Trinity and becomes Hampton.
Oh, right.
It's 3 lights after
You're
35
right near my job, the day job. That's going to be so much easier to stop by on
I'm
the way
right there
out.
by everybody.
That's
I moved to everybody's neighborhood.
That's nice. That's
it.
awesome. So anything else about the variance that most people probably wouldn't know, or some behind-the-scenes secrets?
Ooh.
We drink and take a lot of naps. No,
Yeah,
that's not very exciting, is it? It's the only thing I could think of.
I was thinking like drugs or cocaine. It's like everybody's on cocaine 24/7 on the show. It's like
there are times when we consider it. Yes, especially this last shoot when we were like up for 2 weeks.
I think for that last shoot we were up to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
There were a couple of nights when we were literally
That's
at the
this
store
episode,
till 4 in the morning.
The episode coming up here was some of the last footage. The episode coming up this week, episode 7, Girl Drink, was the one where we were up the very last night, up till 4 o'clock in the morning.
It was outside
We're
behind the
chasing
store.
rain. Rain is about to hit the store.
Oh, there was not enough caffeine in the world because it was the last night. We were exhausted and we're just like, we have to keep pushing it. And I think I got home at poor Kelly. She lives in Fort Worth. I think she got home at like 6 in the morning.
wow.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, for the work y'all put in, I mean, it's a great show. And like I said, normally web shows, I'd rather eat a bullet than watch some people's web shows. And so I did avoid it for walks. I'm like, oh, a comic book shop's put on a web show. Sure, it's gonna be great. When I sat and watched the first episode, I'm like, this is really good.
And over time, we're now at 2.5 seasons. We've upped our production. We've upped our. I think the writing is there.
Yeah.
I think that the actors have kind of fallen into the characters.
The pacing has also gotten unnoticed a lot better. That everybody has a natural flow to the show now. Where I think at a little bit at the beginning, you could tell it was kind of struggling to find. It's pacing.
What we were doing.
Well,
right, yeah.
That and we're
by
not
now,
actors.
hit that.
Except for Kelly. Kelly's an actor.
Yeah.
So she went into it. She knows how to read lines and do all that stuff. There's a reason why I have a lot of one-liners. Because I can't. You have to have a cue card. That's why I get to just make looks.
That makes him more surly. That just looks like he's the kind of guy that doesn't want to talk.
Yeah.
It works for your character.
Because I actually do talk a lot.
It's like most shows that you really, really enjoy. If you look up their season 2 and their season 3,
Yes.
you're really like, oh, they really got it together now.
Yeah, like go back and watch Simpsons season 1.
Ooh.
When they do the trumpet mouth all the time, that's like off to the side. And you're like, they hadn't quite worked out everything on that show.
That's still pretty good though. That makes it classic.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah.
I love the. Damn it! I'm not saying I don't like The Simpsons.
I'm just saying that
How
heard it
dare
here.
you
He
put
hates
that
The
in my
Simpsons.
mouth?
Still hates the Simpsons.
That's
Oh
going
my
to be our new
gosh.
shirt.
You're so un-American.
It's terrible.
Sorry, it wasn't as good as Moesha.
Oh, don't go there again.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't go there because I'll be hearing about it at the store all week.
No. Yeah.
But like I said, the production values is just killer. Now
It was the
looks
Kickstarter. We
great.
need to thank everybody who contributed to our Kickstarter. For
How much
season
did y'all
3.
have to, if you don't mind asking? And
We ended up raising about $13,000-$14,000 through
Wow,
the
that's
Kickstarter.
fantastic.
And it really kind of came down to the fact that we wanted to shoot it all at once. And in order to shoot it all at once, we were going to take up people's times. We were going to take up production equipment. We were going to take up all those things. We shut the store down for about a total of 6 to 7 days over a 2-week period just to shoot the show. And we wanted to pay the production people, get the equipment, pay the actors since they were technically out of work for those days. And we got it done. And we're very proud of it.
wow, I'm surprised. And on that budget too. I mean, I've worked on a few projects to have it look that good, and
It
y'all
sounds like a lot of
stretched
money, but it eats up really, really
yeah,
quickly.
it goes really quick.
Yeah.
So, man, I'm really, really impressed with the show, and it's
When
really funny too.
If you think about it, the amount of footage that we shot, we practically shot a movie. I mean, it ends up being about an hour to an hour and a half worth of content, and I'm just blown away that we actually did it.
And you can, of course, purchase these in the store on DVD, right?
We've got season 1 on DVD that you can purchase at the store. Season 2 is not yet on DVD. Season 3, when it comes out, will have a DVD that is going to a lot of the Kickstarter folks.
Okay.
So, and it'll have bloopers and all that kind of stuff. I saw some of them last night.
On average, how much?
I love bloopers.
Yes.
On average, how much were people like kicking in on Kickstarter? Because I mean, most people, not everybody still knows what Kickstarter is. It's basically something where you can get a project pre-funded,
Right.
beforehand. So anybody, and then they get free stuff back. So, instead of paying to see the movie afterwards or paying for the DVD afterwards, you might pay for the DVD beforehand, help the production value, and then get a free copy of it or something like that. But about how much, was it?
We had 160 contributors, I think. Each.
Wow, so that's quite a bit each.
I think about $50 was the kind of the average.
Wow.
But with Kickstarter, you can contribute anything. You can $1,
right, and that's the other thing. I was
$500.
wondering,
and there are people who put money in who didn't even want any of the incentives. The idea, like at $50, you got the season 3 DVD, and you would get a T-shirt,
right,
and a thank you in the credits and those kinds of things. But there's some people who contribute to Kickstarters that don't even ask for the incentives. I just want to give you guys a couple bucks to make it happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised that around Dallas, in a city that usually people don't seem to want to work together. Like it's for some reason in this city, it's real awkward that artists don't want to work with other artists. People don't want to work. It's
totally that way.
And I don't understand that about this city when we have so many different types of art here. It's tooth and nail to get people to work together in this city, but I'm surprised that it's because there's business owners that want to be creative, but that aren't, that we've had donate to different stuff too. Like, they may own an auto shop and they want to do something in film, and the only thing they can do is contribute money, but they like the idea that they're contributing to producing art, even though they can't do it, hands on. And I'm surprised there's more of that than there are of other artists helping each other.
Yeah, I think it's just really hard just because everyone just wants that one little spot in the middle and nobody wants to share.
Exactly.
Because you have that in the modeling world, you have that in the costuming world,
Photography world and the filming world too.
It's very rare that you get to meet people who are willing just to team up just because they can appreciate each other.
Just musicians too. I can't count how many times you meet a band you like each other, but nobody getting them together to do a show. It's we want a headliner, we're not doing it. Really, you can't rotate around, but so it's great to see people actually stepping up and supporting something that's quality.
It was very humbling, to actually reach our goal. We asked for a very, very low goal at first, and the number of episodes we said, okay, if we get to $8,000, we can do 6 episodes. That's how much time of day we needed to take off, and it just kind of kept going to the point that we got a 10-episode season out of it. We're very happy with that. We had outlines for 10 episodes, but we were prepared to do it all in 6.
Yeah. That's so cool. I'm sure it makes you feel good.
I'm really happy with the show. I can't believe how happy I'm with the show. I was like, this really came together. Wow. I should mention that Adam Warrock, the nerdcore rap artist, contributed our theme song.
Right, yeah.
You asked me that earlier.
Yeah, I asked off the air. Sorry, folks at home. I forgot to ask.
That's Adam Warrock. He's also buds with Kurt and Chris, who did the Friend Let's Be Friends Again comic. My husband is the editor on the episodes, and he spends ridiculous amount of times right now. Our DP is Jim Slaughter. Our director is Jason Chinook. The two of them really came together and put some stuff together, and Barry and Kelly contributed a lot of good time. So
a lot of time,
a lot of time, and it wouldn't be possible without Vlad Ken Lowry. He really puts together a lot of the zany ideas. I'm like, hey, let's do this, and somehow he kind of makes it into something that's worthwhile.
Great. Yeah, it's like I said, it's quality. So before I just keep saying it over and over again, stroking your ego, I'll go ahead and end on that.
That's
it's
fine.
good.
Yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
But make sure, for the folks at home, make sure you stop in the store, pick up the DVD. Show a little love and a little support, and throw some money at these guys.
Not only
is it local, but it's good local art too, and it's funny. And there's just not enough of that around you. Like I was watching. What was that show? Downtown Abbey. I don't laugh at all through that. And here's these guys making something that actually makes me laugh.
Downtown Abbey's a comedy, yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the worst comedies I've ever seen.
It's British comedy. We don't get it.
That's right.
It's dry. You're not catching
really dry. Yeah. Well, guys, I want to say thanks for being on the show.
Thank you
for
very much.
having us.
It's an absolute pleasure, and for creating something that's so great. So every once in a while, we're going to encourage people to hop over and start checking that out.
Are you guys going to have a booth next week out at the
We
Fan
are,
Days?
yeah. You're going to be at Fan Days as well?
Yeah, I'll be there. Sally.
We will be, the Variants have a table, and actually the whole cast will be there. So you'll get to meet Vlad, Ken, Barry, Kelly, me, and
like
Kurt
it or
and
not.
Chris, Terry and Svenus. Terry and Svenus are coming in to be a part of it. So it's all going to be the whole gang.
We're going to be down there too, not as the show. We didn't get a table. We're too lazy. I know. But yeah, but we're still going to be out there going around doing interviews, putting something together for a little bit later. So we may stop by and bug you guys.
Please, yeah, come on by.
But I want to say thank you to the Variants and
thank you guys for having us on
Neil
here.
and
Yeah,
the Surly Berry,
Berry
for being on the show. And yeah, make sure you check out the other episodes on thevariants.com. Make sure you also check out ZeusComics.com and check out the new store. I haven't got to see it yet, so I need to stop in this weekend. But I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say it's a great store.
Yes.
I'm going to walk in. It's burned. This is horrible. There's dead babies hanging from the ceiling. I'm like, I stepped out. I definitely took a leap there. I was wrong.
Well, I did leave the store to part-time employee today. It's probably on
that went dark.
Who did you get to decorate this?
Yeah, are you guys like, again, I followed the tweet.
This was Barry. He decorated it.
Did your 3-year-old
I was
paint
feeling
this?
really
What is
dark.
this?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna have some artists come out and do some art on the wall?
Oh, actually, the space is so new that's something we want to do. We've done
It's
live
on
art
the
events
list.
before.
Oh,
we would
cool.
love to have artists come out and do some type of art event inside the store. And there's lots of wall space now for
Awesome.
art. It's great.
However, you hear that at home, make sure you shoot them. How would they get in contact with you if people at home want to help you out on that?
Give us a little bit of time. Give us a month or two to kind of get the store together because I've still got like glass cases put together and some slat wall to hang on the wall and wall base to put up and. So pretty soon, like in a month or two, yeah, we'll figure it out. You can go to ZeusComics.com or email Richard at ZeusComics.
Great. All right, well, I want to say once again, thanks for being on the show. It was a real pleasure. I want to say thank you to Taffeta Darling
Yes,
for hosting with me.
always
I want to
wonderful.
say thank you to Jedi for producing such a great show. And I want to say thank you to me for being a great host. And I want to say you're welcome to the people at home. But you're watching the DELoL show. So if you want, give us about a day or two. This interview, you can watch the entire episode by going to DELoLshow.com. In a day or two, the clip of the interview will also be up. So obviously, we'll throw that to you guys.
We'll
you
link
can promote
back
it
to it.
around.
Yes, totally.
Great.
Cool.
We love that.
Wonderful.
And,
So
tomorrow night, I don't know if you guys are into like horror trivia, but I think you're familiar with Roll to Play,
yeah.
Tiffany. Once a month, we do like a geek trivia night out there, and tomorrow night out at her store, we're doing history of like horror and haunted stuff and Halloween.
What time?
6:30.
6:30
is when registration is, and I think it's like $5 to get in, but winner takes half the pot. So I think with 20 people showing up, there's a good chance someone can walk away with some money. And I think it's awesome because you finally get to get paid for all the random stuff in your head. For me at least.
Well, you can see Roll to Play as a booth very briefly in episode 2. Con Games. They're back behind
I saw
there.
that. And I was like, hey, look, it's Tiffany Banner. Yes, I love that. I love that store. So if you guys are free, anyone, I'll be out there tomorrow trying to test my horror knowledge.
Great.
Horror.
And remember tonight
Not
we have
horror.
the Gong.
Horror.
Oh, see, I was going to show.
Horror.
I was I'm going to kill it if it's horror knowledge. You wouldn't believe how much porn I know about.
It's true. He knows so much about horrors. It's sad.
It's great. All right. Well, make sure you also catch the Gong Show tonight. If you can come out live, that's going to be a lot of fun. Or if you can't, stay at home, be a baby, and watch it on deepelmonair.com at 7 o'clock. So you've been watching the DELoL show with the Variants as our guests and the lovely Taffeta Darling. We want to say you're welcome.
Hey.
Thanks, guys.